Rishi Sunak's speech outside number 10 Downing Street was a masterful piece of rhetoric and analysis and political acumen. In a few short sentences, he relegated Liz Truss and Boris Johnson both to the pages of history. He also made it quite clear that there had been mistakes. At that point, he moved into the passive voice. So perhaps he was a little more cautious there in saying precisely who had made mistakes. He was very warm about both of them, but that was before he drew the line. And that line was bold and firm. And if this is a sign of how he intends to govern, I think this is somebody who will have control of his party. And that can only be good for the entire country. No mention of a general election. Instead, a very firm statement that the election of 2019 was an election of the Conservative Party and that he is now the boss of the Conservative Party. And I trust all those people who cling to Twitter and who just wish to be troublemakers will now either keep silent or leave. And I'm thinking mostly of Nadine Dorries. But there are others. It's just time. It's time for our country. It's not only time for Conservatives, it's time for our country to bond together. We have too much facing us, I think mostly from Mr. Putin, too much facing us to be overwhelmed by tittle-tattle and by nonsense. I think we have to recognise that the Labour Party is still putting itself together. It will take office in 2 years' time. The Conservative Party now has a duty to repair the damage that Liz Truss caused.